How's everybody doing today? Thank you all for coming. I know it's a little chilly outside. Happy New Year. So I'm just going to go ahead and give a little introduction about myself. So I work here at the Nursing Administration Office. I do that full-time, but part-time I am a yoga teacher, and that is my passion. So I am here today to share the benefits of yoga, meditation, and kind of bringing all of that mind-body into one. So I found yoga, or yoga found me, I guess 7 years ago or so. I was living abroad in South America, and I lived there for about 2 years, and I was working as a mountain guide, and so I was living a very simple life. And then I relocated back to Jacksonville, and about a week back, I got a job here. So I went from being outside and living in a third world country to being in this very busy life that we have here and trying to keep up with the everyday life. So I found myself getting very depressed, very down, and I just couldn't quite get my mood right. I couldn't keep the mental health. So I said, well, I got to do something. It's up to me. It's in my control. So I went to a yoga class. I had heard about it a few times here and there, and I've done a few classes, so I was familiar with it. But I went to a yoga studio here in San Marco, and it was actually a chair yoga class. So everything was done in a chair. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But I'll tell you that at the end of the class, by the end of the hour, there was a relaxation pose at the end. I started crying. And I thought, what is going on with me? I'm losing it. I'm crying. I don't know what's going on. And I realized how much tension and how much stress I was holding in my body. And I think everyone can benefit from this, no matter what you've been through in life. Yoga does something for everybody. Whether it's flexibility, improving your flexibility, your balance, your blood flow, strength, relaxation, and mood. That's the most important one, your mood. Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to be content. So if you can take one thing away from this, it's that, hey, I'll get a better mood out of it. So yoga and meditation. Has anybody heard of yoga and meditation? Has anybody practiced? Has anybody tried taking a class? Great. Is anybody interested, maybe wanted to try, but was maybe a little bit scared and didn't know how to go about it? So, okay, good. Hopefully we can kind of take some of that fear out of that today. So yoga and meditation build awareness, and I think the more aware you are, the more you're aware of your surroundings and of yourself, the easier it is to break free of destructive habits. So I know I was here last class and someone mentioned that after their stroke they found themselves getting very angry and just not being able to communicate effectively, which builds depression, anger, and so I think yoga and meditation do help significantly with that. I've practiced with post-stroke patients, and I've seen the effects in post-stroke patients. So I think just to promote that self-care is good. It's something that you're doing for yourself. It's something that you're in control of. So to go out and to find a class, or maybe if that means just doing something at home, anything is a good start. So once we start to notice the change, when we're going out and doing things for ourselves. Once we start to notice the change inside us, it kind of gives us hope, and I think hope can be healing for anybody alone. So many studies show that stroke survivors benefit from yoga, especially in the dexterity, speech, endurance, and balance, and most importantly, mental health. And aside that, it's free. It's a free thing. You don't have to pay for it. Of course, you can go to a class if you'd like, but you can do a lot of this stuff on your own at home. So last time I was here, someone was also mentioning music therapy, and that's something, I think it was you, that's something you can incorporate into your yoga practice. You can put on your favorite album and just move with your breath, and that alone is great self-care. I do that, I try to every day anyway. So there's also guided meditation or imagery where you can read a poem that kind of, or have someone read it to you. And I've actually brought one today. So if you don't mind, I'd like for us to do a little guided meditation. And from there, I'll have you guys do some movements and some postures just in your chair. And I guess before we get started, I'll go ahead and have you guys kind of get in a place where you have space to move around. Maybe if you want to move your legs around a bit, just pick a chair and maybe just,
Spread out a little bit?
yeah, spread out a bit. Now I'm gonna bring the chair for myself. Can everybody hear me and see me okay?
Yes.
Good. So, I'm going to read a script, and I recommend that you close your eyes and just become completely relaxed, or as relaxed as you can be. Hopefully it's warm enough for you. I'll ask you to notice your breath as you're doing this, and just focus on your inhales and your exhales. You can sit down with your back resting behind you if you'd like, or with a tall spine, whatever is best for you. So we'll begin. Take a slow, deep inhale and a complete exhale. I'm gonna pause. Just guys, come on in, find a seat. Yay. We were just starting to do a meditation, a little script, so have a seat, find somewhere comfortable. Thanks for coming. So go ahead and get comfortable in your seat. I recommend closing the eyes, or maybe just looking down at the ground. Sitting with a tall spine and the feet rooted to the floor beneath you. And take a slow, deep inhale and a complete exhale. As you begin awareness of your breath, start to notice what thoughts are going through your mind. What are you thinking about? Do not get caught up in your thoughts, but just begin to notice them as they travel across your mind. Let them go as they pass, and watch them come and go. Continue to breathe deeply. I will begin to describe settings Allow your mind to jump immediately to those settings and let your mind be free to travel. Do not become attached to any one setting or image. You're a traveler jumping from place to place in your mind. Now we will begin. An ocean. A deep blue ocean. A beach with white sand. A seagull flying over the sand. Pelicans chasing the current over the waves. The waves crashing on the beach. The white sand. The desert. Cactus in the desert. Blue sky. Blue cloudless sky. Birds singing. A walled garden. Lush green grass. Storm clouds. A cool breeze. The crack of thunder. The dark sky illuminated by lightning. A long dirt road stretching toward the horizon. A grove of olive trees. A farmer. A woman pulling water from a well. Children playing in the distance. A tall tree stretching up to the sky. Blue sky. Warm sun. Mountains in the distance, topped with snow. A farmhouse. A stable. Horses enclosed in a corral. Sunset. A flock of black birds in the sky. The hoot of an owl. The sounds of crickets. An old front porch with a swing. A glass of cold lemonade. A warm chair next to the fireplace. A gray cat curled on a small rug. An old woman sipping tea. A rose garden in full bloom. A robin with a worm in its beak. A hammock. Cool, dry concrete. A church with tall spires. White, puffy clouds. White dove. Burning candle. Flickering flame. Burning candle. Burning candle. Now take a slow, deep inhale. Long, complete exhale. Take a moment to think about what it is you'd like to receive and acknowledge what you've already shown up with today. Open your eyes. Everyone feeling nice and relaxed?
Why does it make you feel like you want to cry?
Oh, that's that release I was telling you about earlier.
Tears come coming out your eyes. When you say the beach, I got to see in my brain.
Uh-huh.
And the geese, because I saw some geese last week, 30 geese, and they were flying off and everything.
Yeah.
And I love to see this. I took a picture of that. That's
Yeah.
in my mind.
I think when we have these visions of nature that are just so simple, and they're all around us, but sometimes the life that we live it's hard to see.
Yeah.
And so it's important to take these moments to kind of get back to that. And it can be emotional.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
30 geese
it
in
is.
one place.
So from here, since we're already kind of in that relaxed mode, we'll start to move a little bit. And I just want you to continue focusing on the inhales and the exhales. and do what you can. There will be some movements that you may need to assist yourself with, and just have patience. Everything takes patience, and there should be no pain at all in yoga, so just listen to your body. So we'll start in our chair, and if it's too tough to sit at the edge of your chair, then you can kind of bring your body back to relax. But if you can, try to sit at the edge of the chair with the feet rooted down on the ground. And the hands can come to the knees. So again, just sitting here, breathing, inhaling and exhaling deeply. And connect to the earth with your toes. Maybe spread out those toes in your shoes. Usually you don't have shoes on when you do yoga, but I figure it's too chilly to take them off. So yeah. So just kind of spread out your toes and feel the earth supporting you. So inhale the shoulders up to the ears and exhale down the spine. Again, inhale. Just do about 3 or 4 of these on your own. You can keep your eyes closed or open them, whatever you like. So making big circles, inhaling ears to shoulders, shoulders to ears. Exhale, roll the shoulders down the spine. Trying to keep the tall spine and the crown of the head moving up towards the sky. So really long, tall torsos here. And from here, come back to center, look left, take a few breaths, and move your head to the right. Take a few breaths. Again, keeping your spine long and the shoulders rolling back and down. And look up towards the sky and back to center. Good. Now we'll do a few neck rolls. So just slowly move your neck back and then forward. Some of you may want to do just little half circles, whatever feels good on the neck. Just listen to what your body is calling for. So inhaling as you roll your head back and exhaling as you roll your head forward. Just loosening up our joints here, especially with the cold weather. Been moving in one direction, try moving in the opposite direction. Back to center. And interlace the hands. And inhale, bring the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring them down. Again. Inhale, exhale, whatever you can do is perfect. Inhale, exhale, a few more. Continuing with your breath, keeping the shoulder blades rolling down and back the spine. And then we'll reverse the motion. So collect all that space and energy around you and bring it in towards your body. And again, inhale, spread the arms wide. Exhale, bring it down. Moving with the breath on your own. Focusing on the inhales and the exhales, warming up the joints. Good. Now, we'll bring the arms out into goalposts. Go Jags, right? And from here, we'll cross our arms, kind of cross your body. And inhale, bring the arms wide. If you need to assist yourself, that's more than fine. And inhale, bring the arms wide. And just switch the cross of your arms on every exhalation. So inhale, wide. Exhale, cross. Staying with the breath. Shoulders roll back and down as you're moving. Deep breaths filling in your lungs and completely emptying them out. Good. Come back to center. Everyone getting a little warm? Yes. Good. So we'll do a little spinal twist here. You can bring your right arm to rest on the back of your chair. And take your left hand and just kind of use it on your right knee to look behind you. Now try not to slouch in the spine, but try to keep the chest open, reaching behind you. This is really good for digestion. So looking behind your right shoulder, inhaling and exhaling, taking deep breaths. A lot of us like to hold our breaths in these poses. So you got to continue to breathe and open and close the lungs. Come back to center. What we do to one side, we should probably do to the other. So bring the left hand behind you. You can use your right hand to kind of prop yourself up. Chest is open. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, twist open, looking over your left shoulder. Come back to center. We'll do it one more time on either side. So bring your right hand behind you. Deep breaths, feeling that nice twisting sensation in your lower belly. Come back to center. Last time on the left side. Deep inhales and exhales. Back to center. So take the right leg if you can and bring it over the left, kind of like you're crossing your leg. And if you need some self-assistance, go for it. There you go. See? So if you want, you can try to hook that foot behind your foot. Otherwise, just stay where you are. You can bring your hands here, or I challenge you to bring your right hand underneath. So just get in some sort of pretzel shape there. It's all about the fun, right? It takes practice. So just, again, wherever you are, whether it's here or here, just breathe. Sit with a tall spine. Shoulders rolling back and down. Trying to relax here. Good. And unwind, unbind, all of that craziness. And bring your left leg up this time. Everyone's sides are a little different here, so do whatever you can on this side. If you want to try for the crazy eagle bind, you can try it. Otherwise, bringing the hands together is perfect. And if you need to support yourself here, that is more than okay. Shoulders roll back and down. Trying to bring the elbows together here. And release. Nice job. Bring your feet out in front of you and work on some ankle circles. So rolling the ankles side to side, waking up that lower part of our body. Just kind of twist your ankles back and forth. Yeah. If you want to do an ankle roll by picking up one foot and then the other, that's good. And again, staying with the breath. Deep inhales and exhales. So we'll move into balancing postures. You can do this seated or standing, whatever you'd like. I'm going to demonstrate them sitting down. So practice kind of moving up on your tippy toes like a ballerina while you're in your chair, and then rock back onto the heels so that your toes are pointing up to the sky. So come forward to your toes, and then rock backwards towards your heels. So again, one leg may be different than the other, but with time, these exercises are really good for the lower body.
Would it help with leg cramps?
Yeah, are you getting one?
At home, I have the cramp.
Oh, really?
When I exercise, I do that where I live at. And I can feel it right in the back of my leg, the cramp.
Yeah, exercising does help with cramping up, and stretching especially, which is essentially what we're doing in yoga.
Oh,
Yeah. Good. So up on the toes, back on the heels. Good. And if you ever want to try this standing up, you can kind of come with one foot forward in front of the other and continue the motion up on the toes and then back on the heels. That's a good one for balance. And then you can try with moving the other leg in front. See how you go on this side. Yeah, and if you need support with a chair or a wall, that's more than okay. Good, so all of these postures that I'm doing in my chair, you can do standing up as well with support of a chair or a wall. Okay, so that is what I have to show you. We'll just take a few minutes in our chair, coming back to that mindful meditation which we started with in the beginning. So relax, sink back into your chair, get nice and comfortable. And in a yoga class, a traditional yoga class, they call this Shavasana. So Shavasana means corpse pose, and it represents the stillness that comes in our mind and in our body in this posture. So it's as if you were sleeping, but you're not, you're awake. It's just that your body is sleeping. So take a few moments. You can close your eyes here if you'd like. Feel the heaviness of your body sinking, melting down into the chair beneath you. You're exactly where you need to be. Relax the mind. Relax the space between your brows. Relax your jaw. Notice your breath the rise and fall of your belly. Feeling whole, complete. Allow there to be a sense of ease, especially in the jaw. Good. You only have love in your heart for others. The more you see good in them, the more you see good in yourself. Thank you guys so much. You can open your eyes. Namaste.
I don't know if we have the energy to clap, but no.
No, that's okay. Thank you. You're welcome. So I brought a bunch of resources around town. Yoga is everywhere, you guys. You just have to look for it. And I brought some stuff in terms of resources around town. UF Health itself has a yoga class for stroke survivors every Tuesday at 10:30. It's free. You just show up.
It's in this room, isn't it?
It's not in this room, but I'm going to give you a phone number if you want, and that's 904-244-9718. And I'll come around and chat with you guys if you need the number again. But it's free Tuesdays at 10:30. I think they move it around a bit, so you just have to call and find out where they're doing it. The number is 904-244-9719. I think I gave you the wrong number earlier. 19, not 18. I think I said 18, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a 9. There's also, I know Baptist Health does Yoga for Survivors is their program. You can always call them to get more information. I know their program is free as well. If anybody in here is over the age of 65, Silver Sneakers has a great program around town all over Jacksonville. You would just have to go on their website to see what free classes they offer. They do Tai Chi, yoga, movement classes, and they do a lot of stuff for stroke patients. So it's 65 and older, Silver Sneakers program, and it is free as well. I know a lot of senior centers in Jacksonville also offer free yoga classes. You just have to reach out to your one that's closest to you. And then I have a few other studios around town which offer yoga at a price. I think it's like $5 to $10 a class, and that's something you can do extra. And I'll give you that information as well, depending on where you live around town. And of course, YouTube. YouTube is awesome. I use it all the time if I need more inspiration or different ideas of what to do. There are people that walk you through them, and it's great. You can find the guided meditation stuff. You can find actual yoga classes. You can find those imagery poems that I was telling you about. So there's a lot out there. You just have to kind of do a little researching. Okay? Well, thank you guys so much. Thanks for having me. Yeah, any questions? Yeah. I don't have the I couldn't find it. I just kind of briefly saw it yesterday as I was doing a search, but it's called the Baptist Health Yoga for Survivors program, and they offer different classes for different survivors. So you'd have to reach out to their neurology department in particular to see when they offer their classes.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
It's true that yoga originated in India.
It did. It is thousands and thousands of years old, and it is still used today. So that means it's working, right? If people are still doing it. Yeah.
Quick comment.
Yes.
I attended a library class like this.
Uh-huh.
They have it at the Jacksonville Public Library.
Okay.
2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
So that's how I got started.
So there's a library class. Oh, they do yoga at the library.
That's where
There you go.
That's where I saw a class on it.
Yep.
But it may not be on a regular basis.
Right, maybe once a month or so. But hey, if you go once a month here, once a month there, that fills up your week pretty nicely. So with a bunch of free yoga classes. So yeah. I brought some take-home little flyers on yoga poses that you can do at home. So you'll have a little guidance to take home with you. I've got seated postures and standing postures. So thank you again.